I am going to suicide. That is the only option that is left in my life. My life is filled with so much problems that suicide seems to be the only solution to escape all those problems. This is the feeling that most of the people of today's generation, especially nowadays, it's very common. And we see a lot of suicides. So what is the reason behind that? What can you do to come out of this feeling of hopelessness and feeling of depression? When your hand burns, it pains so much, right? When a small needle pricks you, it hurts so badly. When a small fire, a small candle flame, or a small matchstick fire touches you, you scream. You feel that burning sensation, right? You can feel the pain of that. Then imagine what more pain could the people be going through when they decide to burn themselves completely, or when they decide to destroy their life completely, when they decide to cut their entire arm, when they decide to burn their whole body? When a small flame causes so much pain, then the pain that the people are going through their life, imagine how big that must be, that they are ready to suffer through physical pain to destroy their life. It's not a small problem. Suicides, depression, all these are actually a very big problem, and people don't understand it, how big the problem is. What are the reasons for depression, why it happens, and why the people nowadays, especially today, even the teenagers, even the young kids, go through depression. And the people who are working in software, sitting in front of the laptop or computer, though their work is easy, though they don't have to do farming, though their work lifestyle becomes comparatively easy compared to previous generation where they had to do so much physical work, why do such people go through depression and go to an extent where they can destroy their life? Why do people preparing for competitive exams end their life? What is the reason for depression and what is depression? You will learn about all these in detail in this video. Depression. Depression is a mental health disorder. Depression is a mental health disorder. Mental health disorder means it is related to the mind, right? Depression is a disorder. Disorder, you can understand from the word disorder. It's disorder. The mind is not in the state in which it has to be. It's not in order. It is disordered. So it is like a mental health disorder characterized by persistent feeling of sadness, helplessness, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, change in appetite or weight, sleep disturbances, fatigue, feelings of worthlessness or guilt, difficulty in concentrating, and thoughts of death or suicide. This is the definition of depression. Just like how the definition is big, even the disorder, depression, is a very big thing and a very serious thing. From the definition, what do you understand? Depression is a mental health disorder. It's a mind. It's related to the brain. It's a disorder which is related to the mind, which is characterized. Characterized means which you can understand by the. It happens because of persistent feelings of sadness. Persistent means you have continuous feeling of sadness. People feel very sad, very low when they are depressed, and they feel hopeless. So if you are depressed, you feel very hopeless. You feel like you don't have anyone. You don't have any hope. You don't have any solution left. And loss of interest. The things that people love to do, if you love to play, if you love to enjoy, if you love to talk to people lose interest in talking to people. People lose interest in their daily activities. So loss of interest or pleasure in whatever daily activities they do, and change in appetite. Some people stop eating completely. Some people eat more during depression. That is change in appetite. So some people feel more hungry when they're depressed, and some people don't feel like eating anything. So their appetite changes completely. That's why people gain weight or they become very lean because of depression. Both the extremes. And because of that, weight changes. And sleep disturbance. People also have sleep disturbances. They have difficulty in sleeping. You don't feel like you can sleep. You don't get sleep. Whole night you stay awake, but you don't feel like sleeping. That is the cause of depression. And fatigue. Tiredness. You feel very tired the entire day. And feeling of worthlessness. You feel you're worthless. You feel guilt. You feel difficulty in concentrating. You don't feel like you can focus. You don't concentrate. You don't have ability to concentrate. It might be very difficult for such people to even watch this video completely. You cannot pay proper attention. So it's very difficult to concentrate, and thoughts of death or suicide. This is the worst thing. Worst symptom of depression. People get feelings of suicide and depression. They feel like they need to end their life. They feel like they need to suicide. They feel like they need to die. That is why they are ready to take this extreme step. So what causes it? The reason why I am making this video is because this is seriously a major problem. And by making this video, if somebody is depressed, if you watch this video, there are chances that you can cope up from your depression, or you can take some action. You can do something in your life so that you can come out of depression. Because see, the solution to every problem in this world starts with identifying the problem. I want to teach you what is this problem called depression and how it starts. Once you identify it, once you understand what is that, only then you can find a solution for that, right? That is the whole purpose I'm making this video. This video can actually change somebody's life or save somebody's life. So if you feel some of your family member or somebody is going through stress or depression, do share this video to them. And let me tell you in detail now what is depression. So you learned what is depression, right? So depression comes with feelings of sadness, loneliness. You have so many such feelings. So if you have any of these feelings, that is called depression. Now one question to all of you. What is the difference between sadness and depression? See, when a person is sad, he doesn't suicide, right? When you feel sad, when you feel low, you don't take extreme step of suiciding or ending your life. Then why do people in depression, how does depression happen? When you feel low, when you feel sad, see, it's not that I don't feel sad. I have written a book about psychology, but that doesn't mean that I have stopped feeling sad in my life. There may be few minutes, few hours when I feel sad, but immediately after that, I take steps to make myself. I do some activities that make me happy. Not smoking, not drinking. I help the poor. I bring smile on somebody's face. I do some activities which make me happy. Or I can do any activity, whatever we like to. When you do that, the sadness or low feeling does not stay long. But some people, they are working continuously. They are busy throughout the day. So when you are busy whole day, or when you are working, when you don't have time to manage your feelings, when you don't have time to focus on your feelings, and when you feel like there is no solution to the problem, then this sadness prolongs, stays for a very long time. And when this same small amount of sadness, small amount of low feeling, when they stay for a very long duration, very long number of days, then it turns into depression. Then people require pills, they require support, they require treatment, and then it becomes very deadly. It turns into depression. Nowadays it's very common. When people feel low, they tell I'm depressed. It's not depressed. Learn to say you are sad. That is the first thing you need to do. If you are watching the video, if you have any kind of problem and if you are actually feeling that you are depressed, don't call it depression. Depression is a very big word. Tell I am sad. Because sadness is temporary. Just like problems. Problems are temporary. No problem is permanent in the world. You need to understand that. No problem is permanent. And if a problem is permanent, you cannot solve it, then you don't have to think about it too much. What is the point of thinking about it when it cannot be solved? And if it can be solved, then what is the point of being sad or depressed about it? This is one most important thing to understand. Don't allow sadness to turn into depression. Before it turns into depression, identify it. Talk to your friends. Talk to a partner whom you can share it with. And if you don't have anybody, if you are a person who likes to stay alone like me, like how I do, it's okay. Then if you are sad, you need to acknowledge that I'm sad and you need to work on it. You can do activities that you like. Do such things so that you can come out of it. So you can play some sport, you can do something. But accept. First learn to accept that I'm sad. Okay, that is very important. So now, what are the causes of depression? What are the causes? The causes of depression are not just like environmental factors. It's not just because of my friend I'm depressed, because of breakup I'm depressed, my girlfriend broke up with me, or I got divorced, or my husband is not proper, or my wife is not proper. These are environmental, outside factors. But along with these, there are many other factors also which may not be in our control, which are cause of depression. Four factors are there for depression. One is biological factors, one is psychological factor, and next you have environmental factor, and you also have medical condition. So for example, biological factor like genetics. Some people's genes, their family, depression might be running in their family, their genetics may be like that. Because their mother and father may be little very emotional people, or they may be very, their hormones may be affected because of genetics. And hormonal imbalance, that is another thing. Biological reasons are genetics is one, hormonal imbalance is other one. What is hormone and what is hormonal imbalance? See, our body sends signals, it sends communication in two ways. So people who are not science students, for them I'm telling you, our body, brain, from our brain, it sends signals, right? If I want to shake my hand right now, my brain is sending signal to my hand in the form of electrical signals. How does my hand know that it has to come up? Because my brain is telling it. And how is the brain telling it? It's not telling it using a mouth, right? So it sends electrical signal. So there are two ways by which the body communicates. One is this electrical signal. So immediate actions, what you see, are electrical signals. But along with that, you also have chemical signals. Our body also sends messages to different parts using chemicals. That is called hormones. Those chemicals are called hormones. And the difference between hormones and electrical signal is electrical signals are fast. And immediately after I lift my hand, the electrical signal is gone. Because my hand is lifted, it's gone. But the hormones are signals which are sent in our body. Our body needs to produce some digestive enzyme. Right? When you eat food, our body needs to do the digestion. So who gives signal to the body? Electrical signal is fast, but the digestion process takes time, right? So for long processes, our body sends message using these chemicals called hormones. So hormones are also a type of message, just like letter. Hormone is like a letter, and electrical signal is like a text message. If I want to send you a message immediately, I can do a text message, but that message will not leave an impact on you. But hormones are chemicals which are like a letter. If I give you a letter will take time to reach to you, but once it reaches you, it will stay with you for a long time. So hormones stay with you for a long time. Hormones are messengers like make you happy. There is some hormone for making you feel happy. So when that hormone is released, you feel happy. It gives a signal to your body to make you feel happy, to bring a smile on your face, to make your body excitement. So to bring that feeling, you have a kind of hormone. So that hormones, feelings that you get from hormone is long. You stay happy for a long time, right? You feel sad for a long time because of hormones. So many things in the body happen because of hormones. Sometimes because of these hormonal imbalances, especially in women, if you see, because of they may be undergoing this menstruation or periods. During the periods and menstrual cycle, what happens? These hormone levels regulate. This hormone levels it keeps changing, right? Hormones in their body. Because of that, you see mood swings happen, right? Same way in our body, hormones are produced. Every human is not the same. So every human has different hormonal levels, which can affect their mood. So don't judge everybody based on your experiences. That is again very important thing. Hormonal imbalance. You have serotonin, which makes you feel happy. You have serotonin, dopamine. All these are happy hormones. So some hormones are for happiness. Some hormones are for, you have cortisol. It makes you feel little low. So like that, you have different types of hormones. And along with that, biological factors. So these are the biological factors, hormones and genetics. Then you have psychological factors. Psychological factors are maybe low self-esteem. Some people have very low self-esteem, low self-confidence. They don't like themselves from the childhood. They have very less confidence, right? Those are the reasons. And some people may be pessimistic, too pessimistic. They may find negative in everything. So they have trained their brain like that. Abuse, childhood abuse. In childhood, somebody has got so much abused. They have faced so many problems. So that may make a person strong, or it may break a person. Two options are there. Your problems may actually make you, or they may break you. So childhood trauma may break some person completely, which may cause depression. So these are all psychological factors. Next, you have environmental factors. So environmental factors are outside stress, and the environment gives you stress. Maybe your partner, your wife is giving you so much stress. Your husband is giving you so much stress. Your kids are giving you so much stress. Your boss is giving you so much stress. All these are environmental factors. And finance, you're not financially very strong, you don't have money, that is another cause of stress. And then relationship, loss of a family member whom you loved very much, or it can be a pet, that also can cause depression in some people. These are the causes of depression. Then you also have medical condition. So if you have undergone some surgery, or if you got met with an accident, your arm or something has got cut, so that can cause extreme pain. So pain can cause depression. Thyroid, sometimes thyroid, that is also a medical condition in which people may go through depression. You've seen, right? Thyroid, some people's throat also gets swollen in thyroid. So thyroid is another disease. Or neurological disorder, they may have some kind of brain disorder which can also cause depression. So these are the four main reasons of depression, causes of depression, that is biological, psychological, environmental, and the fourth one was medical condition. So these are the four causes of depression. Now what are the types of depression? You understood causes, what all causes depression, but what are the types of depression? First type of depression that I'm talking about is major depressive disorder. Major depressive disorder, also known as MDD, major depressive disorder. It is persistent, it is continuous feeling of low or sad feeling which stays for some long duration of time, like sadness, hopelessness, or feeling very low for some long duration of time. That is called PDD, persistent. Major depressive disorder. MDD, major depressive disorder. It's major and depressive disorder. You feel very low, you lose interest in activities because of this MDD. And this MDD stays for around 2 weeks. MDD, major depressive disorder, generally lasts for 2 weeks. If it is lasting more longer than major depressive disorder, more than 2 weeks long if it is, that is called persistent depressive disorder. Persistent depressive disorder, PDD. MDD is major depressive disorder, which is for 2 weeks. If it is lasting for 2 years, continuously you had depression, about 2 years, that is called PDD. It is persistent, it is staying inside you. Persistent means stays within you for 2 years. That is called PDD. So this is a little bit more dangerous. Then you have seasonal affective disorder, which is also known as SAD. SAD. Seasonal, it's not the sadness that you feel normally. I'm feeling sad today, not that sad. This is SAD, seasonal affective disorder. What happens in this? During certain seasons, people feel low. Like you might have seen some people who feel very sad during winters, because in winter sunlight is low, and when sunlight is low in our body, some hormones are not released. Like you have this serotonin, melatonin. Serotonin is a happy hormone, melatonin is another hormone. So these hormones help us to maintain our mood. So these hormones are not released because of sunlight, only they are released. So some people feel very low during winter seasons when sunlight is low, or during dark. Some people, when there is less sunlight, they feel low, sad. So that is called seasonal affective disorder. Only during certain seasons you feel low. Then there is bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is a disorder in which people feel happy, depressed, excited, depressed. So this keeps changing continuously. Sometimes they feel like they need to suicide. Sometimes they feel they are on top very much, right? So this extremes, continuous extreme. That's why bipolar. Both ends of the pole. Pole means both positive and negative. Both feelings are there. Bi, two poles. People are there. So that disorder is called bipolar disorder. And mood swings happen. That is bipolar disorder basically. And next you have postpartum depression. After giving birth, people have feeling of depression. After a girl becomes a mother, after she gives birth, she feels like she needs to suicide. She feels very low. There are mothers who actually killed their own kids. When the baby keeps crying, they get so much frustrated that they kill their own baby. All this is because of depression. Because of hormones, certain hormones in their body, hormonal changes like estrogen levels reduce. After giving birth, after childbirth, estrogen level drops. Rapidly it drops in the body. So because of that, it affects the serotonin receptors also. Serotonin is happy feeling receptor. So it affects that serotonin receptor also in the body, because of which people feel very low. So that's why when a woman gives birth, when a girl gives birth, they require mother or some elders to take care of it. Otherwise, it's very difficult to manage this depression. It's not a small thing. Becoming a mother, giving birth to the baby, and going through so much in the body, so much changes inside the body, and so much environmental changes. So many things go on in a mother. So that is the cause of postpartum depression. And because of postpartum depression, so many times mother has lost her life or the baby has lost her life because mother becomes so violent, so extreme that she almost kills the baby. People need to understand this. That is postpartum depression. And you have psychotic depression. Psychotic depression means like madness. You've seen, right? Some people become very mad or because of hallucinations. Psychotic depression happens mainly because of hallucinations. You get some dreams or hallucinations in your brain, fears, hallucinations, some kind of hallucinate. You don't feel like you're in the reality. You're in some other world. Along with hallucination, you have depression. That is called psychotic depression. Then you have premenstrual dysphoric disorder. PMDD. Premenstrual dysphoric disorder. This is also PMS, PMS and PMDD. This happens because of menstruation. Before a girl has her periods, her mood swings. She has mood swings, right? And because of this PMS also, people can undergo depression because their body hormones are keep changing. So if somebody has some menstrual disorder or something, they may have depression. Then you have atypical depression, that is again somewhat complicated, which can be because of other reasons. So these are different types of depression. Once you understand the different types of depression, you will realize that what is happening in your life is normal. You can understand the cause, right? If you know that depression happens because of menstruation, it happens because of periods, it happens because of childbirth, it happens because of different kind of problems. Once you know the causes, it becomes little easier for you to manage. And the main purpose of making this video was, nowadays people don't see depression as a major disorder, and it's very difficult to manage depression. So because of that, I am here to help all of you for free, completely free. I'm going to create a WhatsApp community where we talk about good health, about the mental health. And anybody is suffering from any kind of mental health, there are psychologists, I understand. You can consult the psychologist if it is a very extreme case. But before it reaches very extreme, if you learn to manage it, it's very good, right? So you can connect in the community, and any kind of problems, personal life problems you are facing, feel free to share with me. Feel free to share in the comments or share with me. Definitely, we will work on it together. Again, I'm telling you, most important thing is to acknowledge it. You need to come out of your comfort zone. If you're feeling bad, if you're feeling sad, if you have any kind of problem, learn to accept it. And if you have somebody to share it with, it's very good. So some people don't have anyone to share their problems with. For them, I am here. I am here with you, and I am ready to give all of you the help that you require. So thank you very much. If you could stay still this part of the video, and stay happy, keep smiling. You don't have to worry about the daily life problems, because problems should make us, not break us. Remember, thank you very much for staying until this part of the video. If you learned something new from this video, definitely comment down below and do tell me what you want the next video to be about. If you want to learn more about psychology and depression and other things, you can purchase my book from the link below, which is Banned Secrets. In the description, I have given the link, Banned Secrets, from which you can learn more about psychology and other things, and to solve the problems. The best things to do if you're depressed, if you don't want to talk to me, you can do meditation, you can help the poor, you can do some kind of exercise, physical exercise, because it helps to make your body, maintain your body. And don't worry, problems are temporary. So don't focus on them too much. Thank you very much. Keep smiling. Have a good day.